General, at the beginning of the exercise when you had the discussion with the Ministry of Education, how widespread is the problem that you're now trying to correct?
General? Me?
Yes.
Hello?
You heard my question?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We were surprised at how widespread it was as an issue at the primary school level. One of the first, what we used to call resource rooms that we did was at Fern Court High School.
Yes.
And they were admitting that they were getting students from primary schools that couldn't read.
Yeah.
Well, of course, at the high school level, that means you're not going to be able to take advantage of the syllabus at all. So we gradually did a few other schools and zeroed in on the primary schools as where we should focus our efforts on, and then develop this association with the Ministry of Education.
I wanted to get a sense of what is the challenge that Digicel face in terms of providing resources. For how far and for how long? Because the numbers were identified and you could say, well, out of the 200,000 we have covered 50,000 already.
Yes.
Do you get that? Do you have a sense of where you are in the larger mix?
Well, you're quite right. It is a huge problem. We don't feel that we can do it alone. We designed this whole program in conjunction with the ministry in order to make it like a template that could be used by other companies who wanted to get on board with the ministry.
Yeah.
And so any other company that wants to help with this, we are very, very glad to cooperate with them. We can give them the list of things to put in. We can give them the costings, the sourcing of it, all the kind of templates of what you need to provide and so on. And the ministry is quite prepared to work with other partners in this exercise, because it really is a big exercise. But if it's expanded to the extent that it needs to be, it really is going to make a difference.
Yeah, but what is your target, and what is it that you want to achieve? Well,
we are working with the ministry on their benchmark, which is 100% literacy by 2015 at the primary school level.
2015.
2015.
Yeah, but I'm still interested in, did they give you or make you have a sense of how many students in the primary school system who are not able to read and write, and therefore you says, well, I'll take off quarter of that and see what I can achieve. Others can come and, did you get a sense of it? Because I just wanted to know the number.
I don't have that number, to be quite honest, Gladstone. I do know that we are doing as many as we can depending on our budget each year, and we roll out over 40% of the projects that we do in this education initiative. So 40% of our budget for projects each year is going automatically into this project. What I wanted to mention is that in addition to the monitoring by the ministry, we felt it was important to keep on lifting the schools that we're already working with, and so we have a School of the Year competition for the schools in this initiative, and that was launched just early this year. And the idea is that we can select the best teacher, the best school, the best parent cooperation, and all sorts of different competitive areas amongst these schools to maintain the standards and keep on lifting it.
That's a very important initiative, both general and a particular aspect of it. As Gladstone was asking you about the schools, I was trying to get a fix on the number of primary schools that we're talking about. We're looking at around 800 primary schools in the public system. And Digicel had made this beginning. You're now at 40. Hopefully you'll be up to more. And it's clearly an era in which the private sector and foundations such as yours, the others who are doing things, but this needs to be rapidly increased if we are to partner with the private sector to deal with those almost 800 primary schools, many of which would have the problem that we're trying to talk about this morning.
Yes, and of course some of them are in deep rural areas where we need to reach to and get. Some of the schools, we call them enrichment centers as opposed to enrichment rooms, where the school that we equip with its room becomes a focus for a number of other schools nearby. and students from the other schools come and use that facility as well. And so there's a little outreach there so that one school can cope with 3 or more or 4 more other schools as well.
But I'm wondering how much technology will play in advancing what Digicel is undertaking. Digicel has the technology to move the message across parishes and wide areas. Is there any thought about the use of your technology to reach more schools over large distances?
Yes, there is. We are utilizing the new WIMAX program. All the schools that are within the WIMAX reach across Jamaica will get the internet connection for those computers and so on in those schools.
Pamela Clark, final word to you. What would you like to see in developing the Enrichment Center, Spanish Town Primary?
Yes, go ahead.
Could you please repeat the question for me?
What would you like to see in developing the Enrichment Center at Spanish Town Primary, in carrying it a step further?
Okay, mainly because our school is a large school, we have a population of approximately almost 3,000 students on a daily basis. A little bit more from Digicel, because actually we have 2 rooms. One room is well equipped, one of the reading rooms, and a math numeracy center. Those are well equipped. But the other room, I would appreciate if we could get some additional equipment for the second room, because we are looking at the number of children here. We are reaching maybe just 50% of those who really, as we work with those who desperately have the need for the reading program. The below primer.
Thank you, Pamela. We have to end it there, but I'm glad that you said this. Major General Robert Neish is listening very attentively.
And writing, and making note of it. Thank you very much, Major General Robert Neish and Pamela Clark, speaking about the Digicel Foundation Enrichment Center initiative. We'll take a break on Jamaica Speaks, and we'll soon be back. You stay with us.
Newstalk 93 FM. Heard everywhere.